While all of baseball Twitter is currently locked into Roki Sasaki and which teams might still be in versus out on signing him, the Mariners swept in and got their guy. They signed infielder Donovan Solano to a one-year Major League contract. Here's the Mariners' official press release. It states that the veteran infielder is a career .279 hitter in 11 Major League seasons. Here are the first words from Jerry Dipoto on this signing. He states, Donovan has been among the most underrated hitters in the game over the past 6 years. His veteran presence, consistent performance, and positional versatility bring a lot to our roster. In a corresponding move, left-handed pitcher Austin Kitchen was designed for assignment. It states that Solano, 37 years old, hit .286 with 31 runs, 13 doubles, 8 home runs, 35 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases, while getting on base at a .343 clip and slugging .417. A .760 OPS in 96 games with the San Diego Padres last season. He was especially effective against left-handed pitching, batting .302, 3 doubles, 4 home runs, and an .816 OPS. Since the beginning of the 2019 season, Solano is batting .294 with 180 runs, 100 doubles, 3 triples, 31 home runs, 180 RBIs, a .353 on base percentage, and a .413 slugging percentage in 546 games. During that span, his .294 average ranks 8th in the majors among players with at least 1,500 plate appearances. He won the Silver Slugger Award in the National League at second base during the 2020 season. Daniel Kramer has since reported that the Mariners' one-year contract with Solano is set for a base of $3.5 million with an additional $1 million in performance bonuses, which means that if we use the $15 to $16 million budget for this offseason heading into next year, that leaves the Mariners with somewhere around $12 million remaining in order to fill out the remaining roster. Here's Donovan Solano's Baseball Savant page from 2024. As you can see here, it is grayed out since he did not qualify with the amount of plate appearances. If we take it back one additional year, you can get some clarity on his profile. He is a batting average first guy, which absolutely the Mariners needed that type of player in that profile. Not the sexiest of names on remaining free agent or trade target lists when you're talking about a contact guy, but that certainly surprises me that his batting average is 8th in all of baseball since 2019 with more than 1,500 plate appearances. Looking just at his past 3 seasons, he's had a .284, .282, .286 batting average, a .339, .369, .343 on base. From his Baseball Savant, he's in the 10th percentile in run speed. He's not great with range or with arm strength. And looking at the totality of his career over his 11 seasons, he played a majority of his games at second base. He's played his second most games at first base, third is third base, after that as shortstop, and he has played a few games in the outfield as well. Looking into his most recent years, back in 2022 with Cincinnati, he played a majority of his games at first base, but also spent time at third base and second base. In 2023 with the Minnesota Twins, he played 85 games at first base, 28 games at second base, and 19 games at third base. And then last year with the Padres, he played 32 games at third base, 26 games at first base, 1 game at second base. And we mentioned those stats since 2019, and if you look at his baseball reference page, starting in 2019, a .330 batting average, .326, .280, .284, .282, .286. If he hits above .280, that's going to be the highest batting average for a Mariner player in quite some time, it feels like. As for OPS plus, comparing his on-base plus slugging to the rest of the league with accounting for the ballpark, starting in 2019, he had a 116, a 127, a 103, a 99, a 110, and a 112. So if all things go according to plan, we should see about a 10% above league average bat at the plate. If you prefer looking at Fangraphs and weighted runs created plus, since 2019, again, he had a 116, 125, a 105, a 99, a 116, and a 118. So Fangraphs values him slightly higher than Baseball Reference and OPS. We'll have to see what the Mariners' plan for Donovan Solano is. Likely he's just another platoon infielder to go along with Dylan Moore at third base and second base. He could potentially fill in at first base. You already have Luke Raley that's likely going to get some time at first base on top of being in the outfield. This is definitely a profile of guy that the Mariners have needed. The contact, the on-base percentage, that's definitely promising. As I mentioned, this is not the sexiest move for the Mariners to make. It definitely adds to their overall depth. It does help the team out, but this is essentially 0.5 of the 2 bats that the Mariners really need to bring in to have an impact on this lineup. So we'll have to wait and see what else the Mariners have up their sleeves the rest of this offseason, and if they do end up trading Luis Castillo, who they bring in, if they do spend some money for a free agent, if they're planning to try and re-sign Justin Turner at first base. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below on this signing of Donovan Solano, and where should the Mariners go from here. Make sure to like and subscribe to the Couch GM for more content like this, and we'll see you whenever the Mariners make their next move.